Hello and welcome to my channel, Khuromus here. Today bringing you a very exciting build. It is going to be a full ranger specialized in polearms. We're going to have a wide variety of AoE attacks, plus with some of the feats we will be able to do a lot of opportunity attacks, preventing enemies to getting close to us. Also, we will be able to defend our allies and be a very strong frontliner. Alright, let's begin. To begin with, when choosing a race, I would recommend to pick up whatever suits you best. It is more a aesthetical thing rather than something to maximize on. I would say roleplay wise, a wood elf would look very cool with this build, but anything would work really. So the chosen class is Ranger, obviously. Favored enemy, we're going to go with the Bounty Hunter. It's going to give us advantage when we are trying to immobilize the foes. For the Natural Explorer passive, my preference is Wanderer Fire. Moving on into ability points, we're going to focus our efforts in Strength. Dexterity at 14 to make use of medium armor, and the rest of the stats as you can see. Finally, for the skills, we want to have athletics, and maybe from your background you can choose some social skills like persuasion or else. At level 2 we're going to have access to some spells, and our choice here is Ensnaring Strike, since at level 1 we chose to have advantage with it. We are also picking Hunter's Mark, and our fighting style is going to be defense. We continue into level 3, and here our specialization is going to be Hunter. We're going to have access to another spell, and our choice is going to be Long Strider. Hunter is the subclass that is going to give us access to area of attack abilities, starting as early as level 3. With the passive Horde Breaker. At level 4 we're going to get access to our first feat, and this is going to be Polearm Master. The Sentinel one we're going to pick it up later, and the reason to choose Polearm now, it is besides giving us opportunity attacks to people that come to close range, it is going to give us a bonus action attacking with the butt of the polearm. On level 5 we continue our progression and we get access to a level 2 spell. I'm going to choose Lesser Restoration. I believe it is a very useful spell, but you can choose whatever you prefer. In addition, we get the second attack, having potentially 3 attacks per turn. At level 6 we get the chance to pick another passive. For favored enemy, they are not that good in my opinion, so you feel free to take whatever you prefer. As for the Natural Explorer passive, I continue picking up resistances. At level 7 we're going to get a passive provided by our Hunter subclass, called Defensive Tactics, plus another second level spell. Here I decide to go with multi-attack defense. The reason is it is always good to get some extra armor class, since this build does not have a lot of armor class to begin with. At level 8 we are getting a ranger passive called Lance Stride, which will let us ignore difficult terrain, as well as our second feat. In this occasion we are going to pick Sentinel. It will give us access to some excellent passives, like being able to do opportunity attacks against enemies that get close to our allies, as well as immobilizing them. Plus, all these attacks of opportunity will be done with advantage. At level 9 we're going to get access to level 3 spells, and we have this Conjure Barrage, which is going to deal AoE damage in a cone shape. Keep in mind, however, that casting this spell will not let us attack twice as usual. At level 10 we get Hide in Plain Sight. That will allow us to get invisible in case we're in danger or we need to heal. We also get Favored Enemy and Natural Explorer. Again, I just go for resistances. At level 11 we're going to get an amazing skill, Whirlwind Attack. This basically deals AoE damage to whoever is close to us. We are going to showcase it very soon, since I think it is very cool how it looks like. To close up the build, at level 12 we are getting our last feat, and we are going to go with ability improvement, Strength. Some other great choices are Alert or Athlete. Excellent! Now that our build is ready, let's give it a try. Before we start with the combat, let's see what skills we have. Long Strided we can always keep active, since it's going to give us extra movement speed. Using Ensnaring Strike will impose disadvantage on the saving throw of the enemy. For Horde Breaker to work, we will need to hit 2 enemies in a small radius. Will attack, it is very straightforward, we just hit everyone inside the area. And Volley, which is pretty much a ranged Whirlwind. And finally, Conjure Barrage, which is basically a massive AoE spell. Here I realized, since it is a spell, we can no longer attack. So this is something to keep in mind while using this build. So I just make sure I have my melee weapon equipped, so in case we do any opportunity attacks to people approaching us. Here the enemy uses rush attack on us, so this does not provoke an attack of opportunity. Here I decide to go with Horde Breaker and see how both enemies have to be inside this area in order for this skill to work. Now I see on the right side the Horde Breaker follow up, and it's basically a free attack that is going to go to the second enemy. Here I use rush attack provided by the halberd to avoid those 2 pesky enemies and focus on the mage. Here an enemy comes to us, provoking an attack of opportunity, and thanks to our sentinel feat, he gets immobilized. Note that here I have a piece of gear that when I'm under 50% HP, I get a second bonus action. This is something I really hope it gets fixed soon. Basically, sometimes the enemies get too close and they're able to attack us even when triggering the opportunity attack. And here a second combat for you guys to see. This is a little bit more challenging as they hit hard, but still doable. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this guide and see you in the next video. Adios.